if we're actually interested in healing, then we do the healing at the level that the person needs.
When we're talking about all of these, I think there's some sense of like best practice. But I'm curious if there's any decisions you've made that you would say maybe fall into a different category of, I think this is just what works best for me in my personal situation, my personal connection with the mission of Be Emboldened.
So kind of, because you develop kind of mannerisms based on the types of individuals who see Be Emboldened and go, "Oh my gosh, that's exactly what I need." And so it's one of them is the establishing of, how do I say, an invitation to talk about theology more than they would feel comfortable doing in any other scenario where you might get a mentorship. And so it's only an invitation. But a lot of times what happens is that I can ask you, do you want to talk about the state of your spirit? And
Mhm.
so it moves into an existential conversation. And existential therapies are not normally something that someone trained in this field would jump into immediately. Whereas, because of the types of clients that come to Be Emboldened and the types of trauma that are normally and happen all the time, looking for that kind of care, I can go
Mhm.
straight there. So I wouldn't call it best practice automatically,
Mhm.
but simply because of a knowledge of the context of why Be Emboldened is special,
Mhm.
I can go straight to an existential question in order to invite that type of conversation if it's needed. And I have found in almost every case the relief on their face that this is going to be a part of how they can talk to me, is a part of the healing process, and I'm so
Mhm.
pleased to provide it.
Mhm. Yes. Yes. And it is, there are so many aspects of experienced religious abuse that is difficult to connect with someone on. They're
Mhm.
just there it is. It's a particular area, and we use the word nuanced. We say that it's nuanced, and it is something that people can absolutely learn more on. Like you said, they can look at research and they can learn some of these what we would maybe consider best practices. And again, we offer consulting. We're happy to teach more about those
Mhm.
because there are certain ways that we can handle a conversation, like you're saying, that enables that person to know, okay, there's a sense of knowing here, like they understand in a way that maybe I haven't found before. And that's going to enable people to realize, okay, this is a safe conversation.
Mhm.
This is going to be a safe conversation. I'm not really worried about being misunderstood and being judged for it in this conversation.
Yeah, there is no part of your experience that is going to be dismissed when you meet with me.
Mhm.
So it
Mhm.
doesn't mean we have to go anywhere. You can be invited,
Mhm.
but the point is that you can go anywhere. And so I will put out the invitation simply because it is so rare to be in an environment where the person in front of you is offering that as an option.
Mhm.
Normally, I don't know if you experience this in other contexts, but I've experienced where the existential level and the spiritual level is dismissed as something that doesn't need to be addressed.
Mhm.
We're going to focus on the behavioral level. We're going to
Mhm.
focus only on the cognitive level. And that isn't always what the person in front of me needs. And so
Mhm.
if we are service oriented and if we're actually interested in healing, then we do the healing at the level that the person needs. So that's
Mhm.
very important that they know we can, just because you left a group that is high control and they used things to control you doesn't mean those tools automatically must be dismissed as irrelevant. You can
Mhm.
take some of them with you. As you and I know, the Bible is abused all the time as an
Mhm.
example.
Right.
Very often, individuals have no interest in tossing the scriptures out
Mhm.
along with the things they are rejecting from the group,
Mhm.
but they also don't know how to talk to the people outside of the group about wanting to maintain them.
Right. Right. And they don't really know necessarily what they mean and what to do with them, but they're open and they're curious and they're hopeful.
Or what it means to wield the Bible in a way that is not coercive.
Mhm.
What does it mean to be free
Right.
in a Christian sense?